how to use Boxes CSS. So it's actually very, very simple. We're going to actually take a look at the code behind this project. So this is the full code, including the Boxes CSS style sheet, as well as some extra things like making it mobile friendly, and adding some fave icons. But this is the core of it. So this is very, very little HTML compared to the content that you're writing. And most of the HTML is just these section elements with some simple classes attached to them, right? So we have a content class or a media class, depending if we're writing text inside of the box with like headings and lists, or if we're including an image inside of the section. And each of these sections is called a box with Boxes CSS. And you can attach also background colors to them. So you'll see most of the time here we're using background light yellow, but then on the body of the page we're actually using background dark, which is why we get this dark background around the sides, and then we have the light background on all of the boxes all the way down to the bottom. So that's basically the whole idea behind it, and you should just be able to write these section elements with some content inside of them, and they're just going to automatically look really, really nice. You're going to get a nice looking button, nice looking headline. If you have some secondary buttons, all you have to do is attach a secondary class to it. If you have a form, like we can go to signup.mvl.guide. If you have a form, you get a floating label automatically right above your form just by adding a little bit of extra markup. And that's all explained in the Boxes CSS documentation, which is at docs.boxescss.com. And I do just want to kind of go through everything that's automatic in Boxes, all the things you don't have to worry about. So first of all, once you set the background color, the foreground color is set for you automatically, so the text color, as well as the button color for the primary button and the secondary button are set automatically. Plus the spacing, so the spacing between the headings is automatic, the spacing between some text and a button is automatic. The spacing between list elements is automatic. The spacing down here around the footer is automatic. And the font size is automatic. So if we resize this page, we're actually going to see the font size change slightly as the page gets more squished. And then when we go to tablet, the font size gets bigger again because we have more room to work with for each box. So it increases the font size to fill up the boxes more. But then once we go down towards mobile again, we're going to get a smaller and smaller font size until we get one of our smallest font sizes as we approach mobile. So that's pretty cool. And the other cool thing about Boxes is the aspect ratios are automatically set for you. So this image over here has an aspect ratio of 5:4. It has a 500 pixel width to a 400 pixel height, and it's the same thing for this image here. It's a 5:4 ratio, and these media boxes maintain that 5:4 ratio no matter what device type they're on, right? So if you're on desktop, they're going to be 5:4. If they're on tablet, they're 5:4. So they're going to look the same, just be enlarged. And then on mobile, it's going to be the same. So you don't have to switch out your media or make it look any different. It's just going to be the same no matter what. That's going to be handled automatically for you. And then the text boxes, so the content boxes, as we call them, they're going to maintain the same 5:4 ratio on desktop. But once we start stacking the boxes on top of each other, they're going to be able to define their own height. So they're no longer going to obey the same stacking or sorry, the same aspect ratio of the 5:4. Because now they're stacked on top of each other, they don't need to anymore. And yeah, we have a lot of helpful classes and helpers that you can kind of dig into in the documentation. Lower down here, all the different background colors and text colors you have and display utilities. And then we have some alignment classes and opacity classes, how to set up your nav, and then some things to like shift things around on tablet or on desktop. If some things don't like look quite right, you can shift them around on certain viewports, on certain screen sizes. So that's pretty much it. That's the main thing I wanted to go through. And the cool thing is how many things Boxes takes care of automatically. So as I said before, aspect ratio is automatic, heading and text sizes are automatic, spacing is automatic, button colors are automatic, and you pretty much just have to define the content for one screen size, right? The media or the text, and it's going to adapt to every other screen size. And whatever your box looks like on a desktop device, it's going to look pretty much the same way on a mobile device, but maybe just like adapted slightly, just a little bit smaller. And these are the things that make it unique. We have no container or row elements. If you look at the markup here, all we have is the body, and then we go right into our divs or our section elements. There's no rows around anything. There's no container around anything. I did that so that it's the simplest possible markup and you don't really have to worry about the code that much. There's only 3 screen sizes to think about, and the page layout determines the content just as much as the content determines the layout. So the text needs to fit inside the box. So be brief, right? So basically what that means is you can't write like a novel inside of each box, because if it overwhelms the aspect ratio of the box, it's just going to overflow it. It's not going to work. So you need to be concise and you need to just say your message, and that helps you stay on point, helps keep your pages really simple and easy to understand. And if it looks good on desktop, like I said before, it's also going to look just fine on mobile, and there's going to be plenty of room for it, because then the content boxes are going to be able to expand as they need to, according to their natural height. Okay, so that's the basics of it. I hope you enjoy, and I will talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you have any problems, and I will get right on fixing boxes while I'm trying to launch a million other projects using boxes. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.